Put himself back in a final, back with a chance to win a major tournament.
$41. $48.
Nicely played, red into the middle. Again, similar to earlier, that red at the bottom of the pack. If he could get on that low again, that's another shot to be able to pot, screw right from the reds.
Yeah, going along nicely. Just thinking, actually, Zhang, and of course, is there an advantage being at home, so to speak? I think there is, I think you just feel comfortable. You think about, where did Ding win his first tournament? Beijing. James Watton won a couple of times in Thailand. I think it is something. I think, you just feel comfortable.
Of course, then you're going to get the majority of the support. And it looks like you can play the red into the middle pocket and screw off the other two, back for the black. Of course, he's taken blacks so far. Yeah, nicely played, maintained position on the black. I just feel he's one good pot and cannon away. Again, the two reds to the right of that group of six. If you just get a cannon on either one of those, you leave a red to the left corner. Yeah, played it perfect. And now, 8 reds, 8 blacks. It seems just as easy to stay on the black. And of course, once he's got the frame won, then he can give all his focus on a potential 147. Maybe a little bit short of pace. As a result, then, might just make sure of it. Can he get back off the cushion for the black? He can, so in 73, Tom already requires snookers. He'll certainly be thinking of the 147 now. Obviously, that red closest to the blue looks the most obvious obstacle.
Yeah, now that the frame's won, it's all systems go for the attempt of the maximum. They just landed as awkwardly as he could have done on this one. And of course, we've had one maximum, albeit it was in the qualifying round in this tournament by Ryan Day. against Mink Nutcherett. Oh, that's a fabulous shot. And now it looks a really good chance.
Yeah, played that very well, considering he had to play with a bit of pace to bounce it off the cushion.
Yeah, see, there's only been 2 this season. That's right. Sean O'Sullivan had one in the European Masters. This is a proper chance, very good chance. Yeah, that red up adjacent to the blue is not a huge problem, actually. It's quite nice where it is. Almost use the blue as a guide. Get high on that red.
He has made a 147 before as a pro, but again, this is totally different circumstances, a lot more pressure. Again, as always, still looks very calm and collected.
Yeah, good applause, and why not for the century now? Where is the cue ball? Has he got it high enough? Yes, he has. Getting very tense in the arena now, just looking for the perfect angle to get up for that red, and that is ideal. That's ideal.
Yeah, you feel anywhere up the left-hand side. High, he's big margin for error. Able to pot the red and come naturally back down towards the black. I think he's just having a look there to see the red passes the yellow into the opposite corner.
Is it the gap between red and blue off one cushion? Oh, he's playing for the red to the far corner. Okay, he's on it with the angle that you automatically get back down for black, but this isn't a sitter. Certainly under the pressure. See, the good news is he's automatically, one would think, going to be on the black. Huge moments.
Just about, and a nice angle on the black with the stun up for the yellow. Could do have people shouting out in the crowd. But this is as good a chance as you could possibly hope for.
Yeah, not just that. The pink as well is absolutely perfect. I mean, the brown's even better than being on its spot where it is. This is as good a chance as you would get on the colours, isn't it, Fergal? But it's never going to be easy because the tension is unbearable. But the way that they lie, it's absolutely perfect. Come on now, just one good piece of cueing here and back anywhere straight in the green. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, where the brown is, just any sort of a pot. Leave an angle on the brown, be able to come off the cushion down for the blue. And as you said, even with the pink is in a better position than it's on its spot. Even if you landed straight on the blue, would be no problem at all.
Got to run. Got to run. Oh, it's just gone half awkward, hasn't it?
Yeah, it did cue that as well as some of the other shots. Obviously feeling it. Just a little bit tense. Again, there's a big margin for error here. Doesn't have to be too precise. Just make sure you pot the blue. You're going to have some sort of a shot in the pink. But the pressure is building.
He's got it now. Just run a fraction more. He's absolutely perfect, Zhang Anda. Are we about to witness, are they about to witness the 192nd maximum in professional snooker? And the third of them. In goes the pink, no problem. And he's on the black. What a moment. Take a bow, Zhang Anda, a magnificent 147 maximum break. Wow, and a handshake by Tom Ford, and why not? He looks cool as a cucumber, and that's as much emotion as you ever see from Zhang Anda. No wonder the crowd are on their feet and they're cheering. Fergal O'Brien, what a moment.
Fantastic. Yeah, fair play to him. Keep so calm. The atmosphere.
Yeah, let's have a breather. Magnificent maximum. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Tianjin. We have just witnessed one of the moments of the season for sure. Zhang Anda, the hits just keep on coming, don't they? A maximum last year, last season. His maiden maximum produced another, but not just another. In the final International Championship. Wow, what a maximum that was, Fergal. It's as good as it gets, wasn't it? And you fancied it from a long way out.
Yeah, very exciting, but yeah, I don't think we were surprised by it. Obviously, the last red just about managed to find the pocket. And played a great shot from blue to pink to leave the pink more or less perfect. Instead, he looked calm, he looked assured. Again, in that environment, that pressure, it's a fantastic achievement.
Yeah, what a moment to enjoy for all of us, and I'm sure all of you watching at home. Incidentally, just of course, I know it's early in Europe and in the UK, just shy of 7 AM in the UK. But if anyone is watching, and indeed around the world, drop us a quick line and let us know where you're watching from, any questions you have about this tournament or snooker in general. Thanks for your company, as ever, for enjoying, and why wouldn't you be enjoying it? What a start it's been to this final. Yeah, do let us know. I'm at AlanMac1990 on X. Well, he played the thin red, didn't he? Roundabout way.
After 147 like that, all the excitement for the players and crowd can take a few minutes for just to settle back down. Yeah, just needs to regain his composure and get back into that lovely rhythm he's had. Wouldn't be the first player ever to make a 147 and lose the next frame or frames after it. Can be a bit of a distraction. but doesn't seem the kind of guy that lets too much affect him. Again, just a sign of his confidence in not just in his game, but in himself.
The other question I would like answered, how do you get to this guy? How do you get at him? How do you knock him off kilter? Because he doesn't do it, does he? He just plays his own game. What a fantastic temperament he's got.
It's disheartening if you're playing him. You're not seeing any weakness from him. His body language is very good. Looks very composed. But also when you actually just see him, how well he's cueing.
Yeah, this of course the frame before the first mid-session. Yeah, for once, loses the cue ball. The pink's not all that easy to get nice on the next red. Never easy, these shots, half blind. Good pot. Yeah, we're talking about temperament, attitude, all that, knocking him off kilter. Any player, you used the word disheartening, Fergal, I think correctly. When you see him run out of position in the chair, you think, oh, wait a minute, I might be, oh, no, and he goes again. And it's quite, as you say, disheartening. There's Tom there, a bystander in this match at the moment. You're going to miss the odd one, of course you are, but no damage.
It's always going to be difficult to make a frame-winning break with the black tied up. Caught that a lot thicker than he would have liked, but seems fortunate enough that Brown has blocked it. That makes the safety shot for Zhang a little bit more difficult as well, of course. That red in bulk. Yeah, the red and bulk just dictated his shot selection there. Tom could potentially play off the red nearest. Leave the white back down from where it was just a second ago. Yeah, as I said, that's it's just gone down to have a look, make sure he finds the exact point to leave it.
Yeah, I'm not saying Tom would have been in this camp, but the second semi-final yesterday, I think a lot of people, not so much players, because players are a bit different, a lot of people would have thought that Tom would be thinking, oh, wouldn't it be good if Zhang Anda comes through and I don't have to play Ronnie in a final? But it's not like that, Fergal, isn't it? It really isn't from a player's point of view.
yeah, your initial assessment will be that you probably would play Ronnie, be favoured to win. But then when you actually just break it down and see what they're actually doing and forget the names, Zhang is actually playing better than Ronnie. Zhang posing more of a threat this week than Ronnie would have.
Yeah, now with them actually thinking about it, in some ways it probably would have been easier to play Ronnie, not standard-wise because we know what he's capable of, but just mentally. You know, how do you get to Zhang? You can't get at them, it seems. Yes, he'll miss shots, he'll miss the... Everyone does. But at least with Ronnie, you kind of know what's going to happen. He's going to get brilliance at times and the odd mistake, and it's fast-flowing. Zhang's a still unknown quantity at this level.
Absolutely. But also, he would have been the clear underdog if he'd played Ronnie. I think on ranking and experience, you would have had to make him favourite. And again, I'm sure Tom thought if he was ever going to make another final, that he'd be an underdog. And expected to be favourite. But I'm trying to forget that and just look at the hard task ahead of him. He's playing an opponent, playing very well. No obvious weakness. Looks composed.
Yeah, as I say, I'm not suggesting for a second that Tom's thinking, oh, this is a good result for me, Zhang beating Ronnie. Nothing like that at all. Because this business is so tough, isn't it, at the top? We're seeing it to predict a quarter-final lineup. Impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. So, another decent chance this for Zhang. He seems to have gotten the maximum out of his system quickly, which is good. Of course, if you're just joining us, he had a 147 maximum in the last frame. A lot of people just be waking up for the Sunday morning breakfast. Stay with us and enjoy what's going to be a pulsating opening session. Just to say again, Zhang had a maximum in the third frame to light up this final.
Yeah, it's just coming down there to have a look that if he puts one of the reds to the right corner, where exactly does he need to be able to pot the black? And again, if he's not on a red, it's for once a very careless mistake. Yeah. Sarcastic tap on the table there for himself. And going to be frustrated there. Was in great position. A big margin for error to be on one of those reds to the right corner. It's certainly a let off for Tom.
Yeah, terrific pot, wasn't it? Well picked out. Be disappointed with the leave. The green's no good in terms of being aggressive. But he got to hang tough here, Tom Ford. This is a moment of the match. He got to hang tough, and that's not good enough. That's not good enough, isn't it? You know, he's got to do better than that. Maybe just park the cue ball in the baulk cushion, because Zhang at the moment does not look like missing.
Yeah, I thought playing off the yellow I'd say get a good white, tighten the cushion. Just wasn't worth the gamble. Because if you don't get the snooker, Zhang's got his hand on the table. There's pressure on this, but this long, straight red seems to just play to his strengths.
I just think you have to be uncompromising, don't you?
Absolutely.
Constantly. I know this red isn't in yet, far from it. It's a very difficult shot. But hand on the bed, we know what usually happens. This time, so Tom Ford has now earned himself. And he's got to take this one, you'd think.
Yeah, that long red was far from easy, but he's playing so well and cueing so well, we just expected he'd pot it. But again, there was pressure on it because he knew if he missed it, it could well be his last shot in this frame.
Yeah, got to hang tough here, Tom. He's smiling, sarcastically laughing about the cough that went on and just on delivery. He's got to block that out. You've got to keep strong here for the next 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, it feels a long time ago we won that first frame.
Yeah, I said about Zhang and fantastic temperament, and he's hard to knock off kilter. But I do believe this. There's never been a player born, if you don't lean, if you lean hard enough on them, they will topple over. Believe it. But what you have got to do, obviously, to do that, is produce some quality yourself. And this is where Tom has got to stay strong.
Yeah, you just feel both players are going to have to play well to not just compete, then go on to win. It's not a day or a match where you try and be a bit too clever and try and trick your opponent. You're just going to have to create your chances and then capitalise on them. Go out and win it.
He's got to get back in tight position quickly. He's teetering a wee bit here, I think. I just feel something in the air. Just losing his cue ball ahead. Got to rectify it right here. Yeah, that's lovely. Well played.
28.
All right, I know he was still in good position, but it's that thing, as I said a few minutes ago, got to batten down the hatches here and make this one count.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the red passes the black.
35.
If it does, then it's a great chance here for Tom. You just feel if the red passes the black, he'll win the frame. But apart from the form both players have been in all week, I think the table, very responsive cloth. And then we feel the pockets are on the generous side. It just lends itself to frames being won in one visits or certainly big breaks. And you feel once one player's scoring heavy, making big breaks, the other one will just follow on behind. But been very entertaining so far. And we could see that red does pass the black.
50.
Yeah, the good news was it was a natural, wasn't it? So this is quite a straightforward cannon. I think normally you just punch the red on and off the cushion, just a fraction, and he only needs the red. Yeah, well played. So 30 to the good. And that should secure what's been an epic first 4 frames of this final.
Yeah, and often finals that on paper mightn't look to be great or classics can be just that. We get so used to seeing the Ronnies, Trumps and Selbys in finals. You just tend to presume if they're not in it, it won't be any good. Couldn't be further from the truth. These have been the 2 best players all week.
Yeah, they certainly have, and they're producing the goods, aren't they? In more ways than one. You think Zhang has already accounted in this tournament for Mark Williams, Ding Junhui and Ronnie O'Sullivan. Tom Ford, a tough draw as well. Jordan Brown a couple of days ago. Excuse me, Barry Hawkins, Mark Selby, Marco Fu. Some list. And this final now is set up quite perfectly. Tom Ford, excellent. Responds to the magnificent maximum by Zhang Anda. And they go to the first interval. Both feeling pretty good, you would imagine. They go. But they go to the first interval. 2 frame. Superb so far, maximum included 2 all at the first interval. You can see the players just coming back in now. And just to let you know, 5 frames more in this session. There'll be 9 in total before they come back at 11:30 UK time. For what promises to be an enthralling evening session.
保持安静，谢谢大家。
Yeah, so time to enjoy the second half of this opening session. Beautifully poised, of course, at 2 frames all. Frame 3. Zhang Anda produced maximum magic. It really was something as well. One of the best maximums I think I've ever seen cue ball wise. You just fancied him to get it from 6 or 7 reds out. Playing beautifully. But Tom Ford held firm in that last frame before the interval. Made a nice contribution to get it one. And so we're all set up for what is going to be an interesting run to the halfway point in this final. As I say, just to say again, 9 frames to be played in the first session.
请再次检查手机，调成静音，谢谢。
See, there's a choice of reds to hit, but just looking at the danger of not just hitting a red, avoiding other reds. Has the possibility, if he wanted to, coming off a side cushion and line into the pack or the red, close to the right. Yeah, that was always the danger, that red. Played it well enough. Just got a bit of a glance. Still fortunate with that glance to land so close to the cushion. I think Tom will probably play just a dump shot here and just try and leave the white on the black cushion. Of course, could go for the pot on the red, but difficult pot. And what colour would he have after? Okay, took a little bit of a gamble there. With that red, I talked about that he should have played off. Yeah, it was always unlikely that he'd cover this red, put a lot of pressure on the safety shot. Yeah, just a bit of a risk he didn't have to take. Pot's a very high percentage of this kind of shot. Yeah, it's another good pot from Zhang, but he shouldn't have been able to have a pot to go at. Tom should have just played the dumb shot. Wasn't the time to play a telling safety. And of course, with the safety shot he played, also disturbed the pack a little piece.
Six.
Some bit of luck.
Yeah, wow. You think you've seen it all and then you see that shot. Gee whiz.
Yeah, now we've seen where the whites landed. Of course, we've just seen the red eventually drop in. Wasn't just the fluke he's got. Look what the other reds are. Again, little things like that just can add to your belief that it's going to be your day, your time has come.
11.
Because the red he played ended up fluking. Cued it quite badly. It was the first one he felt like in cue and he lost a bit of control. We won't care about that now.
12.
Another red went in. It just gets back to work. Say Tom's face would have been a picture there though, Alan.
Yeah, actually. Excuse me, I'm actually quite thankful we didn't get to see it, actually. Yeah, that was an early
15.
sort of Christmas gift, wasn't it, for Zhang, and born on Christmas Day, actually. Yeah, so maybe trying to release the pink, not off that shot.
16.
It's interesting, a lot of players would play that, wouldn't they? You know, pink's tied up, black's no good. If you're going to win the frame at this visit, it's a lot easier with getting the pink into open play. Might do it off this next shot.
Yeah, might be able to give himself a little bit more of an angle. Generate more pace going into the pink.
22.
Don't want to play it with too much pace. Half of the pink as we see it, you would imagine. Just caress it into open play. Risk playing it at that pace, and that's what happens. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to be clever, nothing like that, but he wasn't in control of the shot, was he?
Yeah, you could say it's unlucky, but you just felt he was maybe giving bad luck a chance without being too harsh on him.
Yeah, for whatever reason there, we got to see halfway through the maximum, but either way, yes, that's a bit of a blow. Zhang, and I guess the snooker gods at work.
It's fine margins, of course. If that red just rattles and stays out, everything's ideal, but even watching it, you were just a little bit apprehensive. You felt it could go wrong.
Yeah, see the snooker gods course, he starts off with a fluke and then they decide, nah, take away from you. It's not the case, but it feels like it sometimes.
Also, our experience with playing, we probably could see that danger of a red going in. It's happened as many times. I'm just taking time out to have a look at the table, try and solve the puzzle. What's the best way of going about it? And it's definitely been a feature of his game this week. Nearly at the start, taking the time out. Of course, once he gets up and running during the break, very fluent.
7.
There's definitely an extra level of composure this week that maybe has been lacking in previous years.
I must confess, I'm a wee bit mystified as to what he played there. He took his time, and in the end he's given himself something of a problem. Is he going to risk the plain ball cannon on the black to try and push it towards right corner? Yeah, now is he on it? No, he's not.
8.
He's got himself in a bit of a kerfuffle a couple of shots ago.
Yellow. Come for 8.
Excellent safety shot there. Before he played the shot, he went over to that very position. Pinpointed that as the position that put Zhang in the most difficulty. Then executed it very well. I think beforehand we probably might have said Zhang might have the advantage in the tactical side of the game. That's not to say Tom is not very good at it, but just felt it suits Zhang slightly a little bit more. You probably would have given Tom the advantage in break building, but again, that would be very slight, particularly when we've seen what Zhang produced in frame 3. Considering how well they've played the first 4 frames, you'd slightly call this a scrappy frame. It was a very good pot. It's difficult and brave. If he missed it, he was more or less hanging the game. Again, just a sign of his confidence. And that's actually twice today he's missed reds, just when he's been, not missed balls, when he's been slightly stretching.
Yeah, I honestly think the only reason he's missed it is because he's thinking about springing the black into the open. He didn't have to. I know that he would have needed the black in the open to, or the other red in the open, to win the frame at that visit, but that would have kept for a few shots at least, I thought.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it simple. Get a lead, get in control, and then worry about it when you have to.
Yeah, by all means play the cannon on the black, but it's just a mindset, isn't it? The pot first. That's that you live by rules, and I know it's not just as easy as, you know, A, B, C, D and all that. It's not just that easy, but that's the mindset you have to have. I'm going to commit to playing the black, but what I do first is I pot it. I pot the red.
Yeah, the only way you could miss that pink was if you tried to get preoccupied with the black. There was just no need for it. At that time, you felt sure he could get in a better position.
Yeah, of course, so I'm saying pot the red, of course, pink, same thing, effectively. Just get the pot. Be in control. So, an unforced error and quite a bad one.
Zhang having that 15-point lead. Of course, he doesn't need that red that's close to the black. So it'll take a little bit of work, but have to define it as a good chance. The last camera angle was a perfect example of how straight everything is. From his cue to his elbow behind. Textbook.
Yeah, so this next red would all but secure the frame. But he will want a high value colour, obviously, in addition to it. Just to get that extra leeway.
27. Eight.
Yeah, 36 ahead. Obviously, Tom needs a snooker. He's got the option of trying to put the pink to make it a bigger lead. But however, if he was to miss the pink, it's only one snooker. A lot of merit in putting a colour safe. Some insurance. We glance at the pink and get the white down the table.
Yeah, I do think sometimes that you can overthink. I just think in or over the middle pocket. Just keep it simple. If it goes in, fine. If it doesn't, fine. You know, black and white, so to speak. You know, just dead weight. You're not doing any damage whatsoever, regardless of the way the shot finishes. I think sometimes you try to reinvent the wheel with shots like that.
Zhang, 28.
Yeah, he wasn't able to glance the pink, put it on the side cushion, and get a snooker. So, decided to try and get a snooker, but
Foul.
Yeah, Tom's had enough. The concession comes, of course, with a 7-point foul on the black. And Zhang will gratefully accept. So he's back in front again. He led 2-1. He's back in front again, leading the final. 3 come back. We're deep into this first session now of the final of the International Championship. Zhang leading 3 frames to 2, maximum and all. If you're just joining us, just waking up and having a nice leisurely breakfast, that's the news. Zhang, as you can see, 3-2 in front. What you don't see is that you had a 147 maximum in frame 3. Yes, only what, the third this season, third maximum. There was that thing a few seasons ago, Fergal, wasn't there, where as Tom Ford leaves, another gift, where, was it 20 maximums for £1 million share?
yeah, Barry Hearney knew what he was doing. There was never going to be 20.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have more money for the 147 prize as you're doing it. It sounded great, but in reality, I didn't think it was going to happen. Even with the standard of the players and standard of break building. The red at the bottom of the pack to the right. If you get low on that again, you'll be able to pot that and disturb the pack again. It's a shot he's played a lot, not just today, but during the week. Yeah, it looks to have enough of an angle that he can power stun into the pack and just come back for the black. Might even develop the pink into play if he catches the pack enough. He decided just to roll through, but got a little bit stuck hitting the other red.
Zhang 13.
That's 2 shots today now with the rest. Zhang has missed. Didn't seem to cue them particularly well. Maybe that's a potential weakness he has that we haven't noticed before. We're trying hard to try and find any weakness with him. And probably a little bit fortunate that in missing it, he didn't leave Tom a pot. Tom was desperate to try and get the white there, right behind the yellow, just to block the path off.
Yeah, nice gadget that, just confirming that you can't see a red full ball. Easy escape, mind you. Always potential for a re-rack with a black over the corner. Yeah, now is he going to play the conventional safety shot? This is quite dangerous. He's bound to promote a few reds, you would think. So he needs cover.
Again, you can see Tom moving across, anxious to see had he got the white past the yellow and behind it. These kind of safety shots, not a lot of pressure on them with the black over the right corner, playing from this side.
Yeah, it's top work that, isn't it? Quality. Has he given Tom a look at it? Potential shot to nothing. It's always dangerous with the black over the corner, isn't it? Got to jealously guard and jealously defend.
Yeah, that's why on the previous shot I thought he would have played even the other outside red to guarantee he would leave the white on that side.
And the miss.
Yeah, even that shot to nothing for Tom was too risky to collide into other balls. And no harm done, only 4 points. Gets another shot at it. he wasn't hampered queuing, he would go for that red. We're presuming he has the able to get at the potting angle.
Yeah, see, this is where I think, I mean, the rules are the rules. I think the players should be allowed to touch the cue ball and just say, look, that's where it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Put it exactly where it was.
Yeah, it saves any.
You have to tell the referee 5 times. You'd only have to show them once.
Exactly. Yeah, it's common sense is what it is. It was there. That's where it was. My mate sitting in the chair will trust me. Believe me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so same shot again. Oh, very good. That's excellent. Yeah, some rules are a bit quirky, aren't they? A bit unusual. It's no fault of the referee, actually. They're only following the directive that they're given. But that is one, isn't it? You know, do you want me to show you where it is? That's where it was. You know, it just saves a bit of time. It's common sense.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be more accurate if the player shows. Plus, it's also saving time.
I mean, there was a silly story way back in the day, wasn't there? When, and I know the player, I won't mention him, but he was a similar situation like that, and you couldn't touch the cue ball as a player. You can't touch. And the referee said, "Well, where was the cue ball? No, show me." He said, "Well, no." No, the ref said, "No, show me." Up the white, and the referee called a foul.
Yeah, he slammed the cue down. Office now.
Yeah, almost the referee coerced him into fouling. Nice game.
Yeah, conned by the referee. But both players anxious to try and get the white now over to that side of the table. So there's always the possibility in playing a safety, you might push a red over to the left corner, whereas if you're on the other side of the table and push a red close to the right corner, obviously it's no problem with the black covering it. Yeah, just managed to catch it thin enough. Zhang played quite a decent safety shot, you would say, but still just left enough of that red for Tom to be able to play as a shot to nothing in a very good pot. Now, of course, from the black over the pocket, just having a look to see where exactly he'd like to hit. I think you just hit it as hard as you can, get it over there and try and disturb them as best you can. Not a time really to be too precise, I don't think. Just hit it hard, go into them. seems to happen a lot when you put black over the pocket. You feel sure you're just going to pot it and smash the reds everywhere, and the amount of times you either catch it too thin, or in that case, not so much even too thick, but that top spin that Tom had on it. Slight banana on the cue ball and somehow missed all the reds.
Yeah, it's incredible that he didn't make contact. Now he has a choice of a couple. The one dead weight to left middle's a dicey one, isn't it? You can never quite be sure if the red's going to turn in a fraction or indeed go up the way. Able to play it with a wee bit of pace. Oh, terrific pot. Very good, but was it worth it? Can you even play that cut black? I think it's just a bit thin. It's not a shot you would ever play. Pink's no good either.
Yeah, you just get a sense that he's reluctant to play a safety shot. Wants to just try and stay at the table. But even if he rolls the pink in dead weight, going away from the red, his next red pot and position will be very difficult.
Yes, it might just be medicine time. I'm thinking of a big match recently. I know it wasn't a final, it was a semi-final. Jack Lazowski and Chris Wakeland out there in Belfast. Jack pushed the boat out and it read along the end cushion at 1-1 or 2-1 early doors and didn't recover from it. Sometimes you just got to play what's in front of you.
I'd like to see that again. Yeah, we both think that maybe just clipped it.
Yeah, as far as red first, not sure. Let's hope we get a replay. I mean, not that... You see it? No, I think it was okay. I thought it was...
No, I was the same, but...
Yeah, of course, Tom wouldn't have known about it. But no, all fine and well. But yeah, it shows you that he's itching to sort of try and be aggressive where he can, but the match is kind of stagnated just for the moment. Been a bit scrappy.
We've seen that replay there. Danger of doing Tom at a service.
Tom Ford.
Yeah, because I don't think he wouldn't have known that it was one of those ones. But no, it was no problem.
Yeah, I think it was more reaction was I don't think he went for the pot and he couldn't believe he had potted it.
Yeah. Just got a query actually from Steve, just asking what the rankings will be for both players, win or lose. Just quickly, Tom Ford is 15 at the moment. He'd go to 10th with a win. Zhang Anda is 22nd at the moment and would go to 15th with a win. Yeah, that was a poor one. Should have been on the end cushion with a cue ball.
Yeah, Zhang got punished there for not leaving the white on the cushion. Well struck pot from Tom. Pink spot taken, so the pink will actually go on the brown spot. When he's played that very well, straight away he's got perfect onto that red right beside the black.
38.
Now in prime position. You'd fully expect Tom, the way he's been playing all week, to win the frame from here.
$15. 16. 23.
Yeah, the breaks have dried up the last frame and a half, but this is a good chance, isn't it? For Tom to press on.
24. 29. 30.
'Well, it was hard to pick a winner of this match. I think most people probably have the opinion that it will go close. It's hard to see one player running away from the other. They're so evenly matched. Again, both playing so well.
38. 45.
Yes, a red, black, and one more red. Get back in level terms.
46.
It'll be for the third time. 1-all, 2-all. It's looking like threes.
And to be fair to both players, considering this day could change
53.
their careers, maybe even define their careers. Certainly that there's no sign of that from either player.
54.
Okay, black stays out. 52 to the good. Yeah, Zhang just having a little perusal of the scoreboard there, just to have a look at the table as well and think, is it worth it? I think that's good stuff, that. A lot of players can sort of dive in and say, oh, the scoreboard, yeah, that's enough, and then you can't change your mind. Once you declare it, it's done. So, worth playing on.
I think he thought where the last red would be. If you put the black nicely on the red, you're guaranteed a snooker behind the black and potentially push it down the table. But Tom will be anxious just to get this frame won. Doesn't want to waste too much time or energy.
Yeah, I like this play though. Just get that red up table away from behind the black spot where it's potentially dangerous. That's a good play, that.
Yeah, he might even concede nearly in doing that.
Part of the learning process as a player, of course. Tom's been around for 22 years, and 22 and a half years almost as a professional. You've got to sense danger that might be further down the line, don't you? And that should be a concession now. Yes, indeed it is. So, Tom Ford has played quite nicely in that frame, under a wee bit of pressure at 3-2, but that was a terrific contribution to get himself back in level terms. It's 3 frames apiece.
He obviously played in such a way not only to be on the black, but you feel it's the only red you can leave. But it's amazing the amount of times the only red you can leave, you do leave.
请现场观众都配合一下，把
And
手
just
机调静
a few more
音。
disturbances
谢
with
谢
the
大
phone.
家。One。请自己都检查一下自己的手机好吗？谢谢。
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? People just cannot do without their phones these days. Don't know what the attraction is myself, but anyway.
Those distractions can't just affect your concentration, also your rhythm. It's noticeable there as well. Didn't seem to be flicking his eyes much to the white ball. Seemed just totally obsessed with the object ball. Definitely as he strikes the white, his eyes are on the object ball. I'm actually amazed there's players, and great players, and as they strike the white, they're looking at the white. I have to be obsessed with the object ball. Blows my mind that they're potting balls that they're not even looking at.
Yeah, that is, yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, I was object ball, yeah. But yeah, there are some that are cue ball, which is strange to me also. Yeah, good pot, and just about kept the cue ball away from the side cushion.
Yeah, and playing that shot, there's always that fear of getting stuck. Just ran a little bit close to the cushion that he would have liked.
Yeah, just short of pace. I'm just thinking, you'd be hard pressed if someone asked you, well, I suppose I might as well see them, who deserves to be in front at the end of the session?
I feel Zhang has played slightly better. And again, in the event of a tie, you'd have to give it to the guy who's out of 147.
Yeah, that's a fair comment.
I think there's definitely positives for both players, even if Zhang does end up winning 5-4. Tom hasn't played bad, but he definitely play a lot better.
Isn't it funny? I was just thinking about, of course, when we get to the Crucible in whatever it is, 5 months' time or whatever, and you first to 10, the first round there. When it's 4 each and you play the last frame, it doesn't seem all that important, doesn't it? The one to go 5. But when it's 3 each, frame 7 feels like massively important.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself. Just look, let's just get this out of the way. It doesn't really matter who's 5-4.
Yeah, one of
us
us will be 5-4 up
and I'll see you
anyway.
back tonight. Yeah, yeah, no,
Strange, isn't it?
yeah.
And yet when it's 3 all, frame 7's massive. is a big frame. I know they all count the same. It's just some feel more important than others for whatever reason. Yeah, a good pot that. And
Yeah, if you went 6-4 down, then you'd really realise the importance of that 9th frame that you lost.
27. Yeah,
I definitely feel Zhang has played a little bit better, a little bit more clinical. And certainly if you're in with Tom, to be saying to him, look, you haven't played well, only 1 frame down, all to play for. As things after 9 frames, somebody has to be leading, so probably right enough not to give it too much significance.
yes, at no stage does it feel like Tom's had a maybe 20-minute episode of the match where he's had freedom and just going and playing and scoring. He's kind of been under the cosh a bit more than Zhang has, it feels like.
36.
Yeah, and on the positive side, you might be thinking that's still to come. That 3-frame burst that he had won against Hawkins, and certainly towards the end against Jordan Brown. But I think the fact that it is more or less uncharted territory for both players just adds to the excitement. As I said before, it's easy to get caught into the trap of wanting the top 8 players playing each other in the final, but this level of uncertainty, I think you can just identify with the players a little bit more, what they're going to be going through, the challenges involved. Again, just needs a good cannon here in the reds. Plays that kind of shot very, very well. Seems to judge the pace of the cannon very well, and also never seems to miss the pot on the black either.
Yeah, whatever happens the end of this session, it's not going to be decisive, as we know. Zhang Anda led 6-2 against Judd Trump. The English Open final 5 weeks exactly ago. Just got to play one good positional shot here. Yeah, played it lovely. So plenty of reds in the Open. Yeah, I think I tend to agree. Zhang Anda maybe would justify the odd frame lead, but nothing much in it. He's not there yet, though. Still got to pot this pink. Far corner in some ways is the easier pot. The little nervy one cut back to middle is quite tricky. But you would favour the middle pocket. If this goes in, he should close 5-4 in front.
$64.
Yeah, perfect on the blue now. Fully expect him to win this frame. And of course, he can go on and make another century. First century made today wasn't too bad.
70.
Yeah, to say the least, the maximum in frame 3. But yeah, at the outset of this final, both players would have been looking for a session advantage, and it's going to be Zhang Anda then with that slender lead. 5 frames to 4, all to play for this evening, though. They will be back in just over 2 hours' time, so
79.
it's set up nicely. Let's hope we can close with another century.
It's very efficient in amongst the balls. Never any big drama with him.
87.
Usually in perfect position, but if he drifts from perfect position, never makes a big deal of it. Just get on with the next shot.
Yeah, nice cannon now. Does it go underneath the blue there, the red? Let's hope so. No problem at all, Zhang Anda. And for his next trick, it's the long pink. Don't let us down now. For the century. No problem at all. Zhang Anda finishing in style. Oh, it's easy again, this, isn't it?
The putt was a certainty. Just could he nudge the green over the puck? It's the tricky bit.
Oh dear, that's awful. No, it's not. A brilliant session of snooker comes to a close then. The International Championship final is well and truly underway, and it's everything we thought it would be and more. A maximum in frame 3 by Zhang Anda to boot. Lots to look forward to, of course, this evening when they return in just over 2 hours' time.